Is it a good time to buy a house? I know you're curious. Farnoosh, is it a good time to become a homeowner? On paper, maybe. We've got historically low interest rates, which means that it's cheaper to finance a home right now. Here's an example. If you borrowed, say, $300,000 a couple of years ago at 4.5%, now you can get that same loan amount at a borrowing rate of about 3%. The savings is $256 a month or over $3,000 a year. That's significant. But of course, the decision to buy a home involves so many other factors. The question is not, is it a smart time to buy a home? The better question, is it the right time for me to buy a home? Buying a home is an extremely personal money move, and before you start, you want to make sure you have some essential ducks in a row. Here's my checklist of foundational questions every home buyer should ask themselves. Do I have a stable job or reliable income? Do I have a credit score in the 700s or higher, because that will mean better chance of getting the loan and a better interest rate? Do I have a 20% down payment plus another 3 to 4% of the sale price for closing costs? Can I afford the potential thousands of dollars a year in home maintenance and improvements? Will my total housing costs, including the mortgage, the taxes, and insurance, come to no more than 30% of my take-home pay? Am I buying this house because it will make me happy, and not because my friends and family are pressuring me? Let's be honest. Does it even make sense for me to own a house? Am I okay when it comes time to sell this house and I won't have really made a profit? Owning this home is not an investment after all. And when the purchase is done, will I have at least 6 months worth of expenses saved in a rainy day account? If you answered yes to these questions, then you're about 99% there. And yeah, it may very well be a good time for you to become a homeowner. Add the fact that you can now bank on lower interest rates. Well, that's a cherry on top. And because I want you to be successful, I have some additional tips based on my own personal recent experience of purchasing a home, all based on what's happening right now in the marketplace. First, if you think you're gonna strike some crazy deal right now, I don't want to burst your bubble, but there are not a lot of bargains out there depending on the market you're after. Housing demand has spiked in the suburbs outside of metropolitan areas like New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C. Why? Because everybody wants to get out. Everybody wants the backyard, more space. If quarantining is going to become a thing in the future, well, we want a home and more room to stretch out. Therefore, prices are not going down in some of these areas. In some cases, prepare for a bidding war. 2, if you're applying for a mortgage right now, the banks are going to be extra sensitive to your job security. With unemployment rates so high and more job losses to be expected, banks are now verifying employment multiple times during the application process. In our case, the bank checked my husband and my employment status the day before we closed. No joke. And finally, have patience. There are so many people applying for refinances and new loans because of the low interest rates, so loan applications are taking a little bit longer than usual. There's a line. In our experience working with a trusted loan officer who came through recommendations, who understands your timeline, is essential to the process. He or she will get you to the finish line, hopefully sooner than later. And I know this is just the tip of the iceberg. You have a lot more questions about buying a home, and so let's have that conversation. Send me your questions, leave them below in the comments section, and I will respond. If you're out there looking for a house, good luck to you. Remember, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can also subscribe to my podcast, So Money, at SoMoneyPodcast.com. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.